On. Hello, everyone. Hey, we are live on a non-D&D Wednesday. You are not imagining things. We are stepping up the content on this channel in 2024. Hi, I'm Anne. This is my channel. Um, Sorry, I'm just making sure the tech isn't exploding. Camera, right there. Excellent. Hi, I'm Anne. This is my channel. Um, we are premiering a new campaign tonight, Power Rangers Monster Force. This is the first of, I had to think about that, 3 campaigns that we are going to be premiering on the weeks that we don't have D&D on this channel. Um, and I am so excited to have a bunch of new faces here, as much as we love all of the other faces that are on this channel. I have the opportunity to introduce a whole new group of awesome players and awesome characters. Tonight, I will be playing Trixie Garcia, who is a college college junior and local hero. She is a junior EMT who, you know, does a lot of like CPR and helps old ladies cross the street and rescues cats from trees. That's her vibe. Next up, Skylar. You are muted, sir.
Sorry, had to unmute myself. Hi, I'm Skylar. I use they, them, and he, him pronouns. Tonight I will be playing Teddy Powers, who uses he, him, and is a big dumb jock getting his master's in physical education. You can find me on Twitter at HRT_beats, and you can find my games on itch.io at Skylar K. Swift.
Yeah, and Sin, you next. Go.
Hey, I am synthetic. You can call me Sin. And tonight I am going to play a synthetic humanoid because I am playing Casey Smith. KC Smith, who is uh, just your average first year college student that happens to be an android. And both myself and KC use they them pronouns. Moving on to Knox.
I knew about it and I still wasn't ready. God damn it! Hi everyone. I'm Nox. What am I saying?
uh, Introduce your character.
Yeah, I'm Arcadia. Nope, fuck, I'm not. I'm Avalon. Gutierrez. She, her, hers. I'm she, her, hers. Yeah, yeah. Yellow Ranger. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Hi, Sophia.
Don't feel bad, Knox. Once I was like on Nerds with Dice all week, and then went into my game on Girls Run These World and went, "Hello, welcome to Nerds with Dice," and just froze. So don't feel
That
bad.
happens though, because I did that to Nerd. I did the switch on Nerds with Dice. I said, "Welcome to Girls for These World."
Hi everyone. I'm Sophia. I'm your GM tonight, and I will be uh, kicking off this little game of Monster Force. We will be starting in the city of East Grove. You know, cinematic wise, you get like a nice camera shot of like the East Grove skyline. You can see East Grove State. You know, sort of in the foreground because it is pretty central to the story here. So you see that, and then we go above East Grove, somewhere in the sky or in space. There's a ship, and up there we come into like a throne room type thing on the spaceship, and in the center of the room, sitting on a throne, is a monster type dude. He's wearing he's in a big giant metal suit of armor, and he looks very draconic in this armor. Sorry. Um, and around him is various monsters and things running around. Behind him, not moving, just kind of sort of standing at attention, are four monsters. They're just standing there. To his side is a monster known as Beevil. Standing on his right side, uh, and then on his left is another monster known as Snizzard. And the doors to the throne room open, and in walk his two important generals. Both also look dragon-like. The one has a very clear ice theme, and the other has a very clear sound theme. Like he has like speakers in his in like the wings and stuff, or in her wings, I believe actually. And they walk in and they announce, "Drago, we have good news. We have found a Zeo crystal shard directly below us." To which Drago starts giving commands, and he tells people to ready some of the putreds to take down to Earth, and then points his big metallic metal hand at Snizzard and says, "And send one of your snakes, scope the whole thing. Find me that shard." And then we go back to Earth, to the Pride Center, I believe, is where we talked about everybody hanging out. So it's chaos today because the school is doing like a volunteer program with the city, right? The city has a network, and the university does, of like tunnels and stuff underneath that they currently use to store various things, including records and just random stuff. But their main use is when it's cold, you can use the tunnels to walk around. But the school and the city want to make a new system because the tunnels are really old. They're not very accessible for people, so they want to make a new system. And one of the steps for this is cleaning this out so they can repurpose these tunnels because they're not going anywhere. So they want to repurpose them for other things. So they want to clean out some of these old records and stuff. And so today, what they're doing is getting a few groups together to go down there and clean stuff out. And so one of these groups getting ready is in the Pride Center. And so Knox, I think Avalon, you said Avalon is part of like the welcoming committee and stuff, correct?
Avalon's part of everything. Yeah.
So do you think Avalon would be taking on like organizing groups for this?
Oh, absolutely. She's definitely taken that on. Probably just like, okay, so this is what she needs, and she has like a giant, like she has her tablet, she has like a spreadsheet. She's like, okay, we need this for this, this. Okay, this person would be good for this, and definitely just taking like a delegating role.
Okay, and there's 3 groups meeting in the Pride Center, right? One, which is your group, consists of Casey, Teddy, Trixie, and then 2 other people who have not shown up yet, Thad and Chad. They haven't shown up yet. And
Oh my god.
the other groups are pretty much ready to go. But first I want to know, what does Avalon look like?
Oh fuck! Why did I make her look like I don't know if I want to cuss on this channel. I'm sorry. Avalon is. This is why we have references. She has her hair looks like it's constantly a different color. It's like this really faded green that's almost yellow at this point. She has I'm gonna say like very clearly not real tattoos, but she has like temporary tattoos along her collarbone and things like that in her hands. She's wearing like way too many rings, some that kind of look like those finger splints, and wearing glasses. And she's just, yeah, that's her. That's her hair is really short, kind of like she chopped it off one day randomly.
Okay. Casey, would you be there on time or would you be showing up late?
Very late. I barely convinced myself to come.
Okay. And what does Casey look like?
Casey is very androgynous looking individual, kind of without a lot of distinguishing features except for their hair, which is kind of in a pixie cut style with a couple of like gray streaks throughout it. Uh, they're probably about 5'11", 6 feet tall, uh, but not overly like strong looking by any stretch of the imagination. Uh, Mostly like lots of limbs. And probably wearing like a very uh like a graphic tee that's purple, uh and just jeans that look like they might have been bought for somebody else.
Okay. Teddy, would
Yes.
you be on time, early, late? What do you think?
Uh, 10 minutes late. Definitely 10 minutes late. Yeah.
Avalon is
Does not
full on
acknowledge
freaking
it.
out.
And what does Teddy look like?
Teddy is like 6'3", kind of implaceably mixed, um, built like, kind of your classic like high school football star sort of guy, and kind of swaggers around like it too. When he walks in, he probably like does a little hop and like smacks the door frame before he comes in.
Okay. And when does Trixie show up?
Okay, so Trixie shows up late, but it's only because she has like a volunteer shift, so she's actually has a valid excuse. So she's actually diligently told Avalon, like, hey, I'm gonna be half an hour late. Don't have a panic attack, but I promise right after my shift, I'm going to be at the meeting. So, like flashback to that. It's like Trixie is very diligent and, she knows she's going to be late. She's going to give people a heads up. Um, Trixie is uh, not very tall. She's like 5'3". She's got these very distinctly Filipino features, like the wide eyes and the um, tan skin. Very short, but has tall energy. She's very People always tell her she has tall energy. She's not always 100% sure what that means. Um, she is very much the kind of person that, even if you don't know her intimately, you'll have seen her somewhere. So, she's the kind of person that believes that, oh, yeah, you should absolutely talk to strangers, just don't take their candy. Um, so, she's always smiling, waving, even if she has no idea who that person is. So, yeah, and she is, depending on the time of day, she is either wearing, uh, her EMT uniform, or she's wearing like the really kind of preppy style, like nice, cute little blouse and like a pencil skirt, kind of like uh Dana in Lightspeed Rescue kind of vibes, you know? Uh yeah, so she arrives at the meeting probably even after Casey does. She has a valid reason, and she kind of looks at Avalon, trying to gauge um their vibes as she's walking in. She's like, I hope she remembered that I told her in advance that I would be late.
I like roll deception or some shit so nobody knows I'm freaking out.
Do you want to? I'll let you if you want to roll something.
I think Avalon's trying very hard
Uh,
for nobody to know that she was. I think she wants everyone to think that she's very calm right now.
okay.
Like,
So
this is
yeah,
fine.
roll deception.
Okay.
You bet your sweet ass I'm gonna roll insight against that.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, what did you roll for deception?
Roll the 4.
Are
Okay,
you
so
serious? I rolled a 21.
Also, where is insight?
It is a
It's
specialization of alertness.
Ah,
yeah.
okay.
here's the
So
thing.
it's
Knox did bad enough on that roll that like everybody,
look,
well, or Avalon did bad enough that everyone can tell, but
Trixie
especially
has like
Trixie.
4 degrees of success.
I
That yeah.
would
Multiple
actually
degrees.
like a chance to fail this.
Oh, do you? Okay,
Try
if you
it.
want it, go for it.
Why do we get potential or something?
You do you sorry. Story points, right?
Uh,
You get No,
yeah.
you don't get story points for failing, do you? No.
If you fumble,
If you fumble, you can get a story point. An extra
which
story point.
which means rolling a 1 on the
20.
normal on the 20. Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
So,
I
Oh,
rolled
okay.
a
Then you
1 and I have a D4 into deception.
uh,
okay. So then in that case you fumble, um,
Oh,
which means there is some sort of thing that happens. But first, I want to see.
I got a
Actually,
3 total because I
did
have a
you?
snag on social.
Okay.
amazing.
Casey's like, she's saying
Amazing.
great.
Did you
Avalon
also
seems so
fumble?
prepared for this. Huh?
Did you also fumble?
No, I got a 2.
Okay. So you get 1 story point for each character
Here. Yeah.
uh, in at the start of the session. So you now have 5. Knox gives you another one already. Um, well, Casey seems to think that Avalon has everything together. Avalon, it's pretty obvious to most people that you don't. And as everybody is here, um, you all see that there are, there's like a table with like sugar cookies and lukewarm coffee and like a water cooler that nobody put ice in, so the water's also lukewarm. Um,
Oh,
and you turn around and you run into Thad, and Thad spills coffee on your clipboard, on your notes. And then Thad, says something about, watching where you're going. But everybody's here and y'all are ready. Do you linger here? Do you wait, or do you head off to your section of the tunnels right away?
I think we Avalon asked others if they want to head to the tunnel.
yeah, I mean, I'm here to help, right? That's the whole point. We should absolutely go. What will we need to wait for?
All right. Let's. All right. Everyone, let's go. She grabs her cane
Yeah.
and starts heading down to their section.
Okay.
I think
So,
Teddy grabs a sugar cookie on the way.
okay. Um, so the nice thing about these tunnels is they do connect to like the university building, so you can just go right from the building into the tunnels. Uh, there is a handful of stairs going down into the tunnel, and you the other two groups split off to go to their sections, and you head off towards yours. And when you get to yours, it's one long hallway with 5 rooms. Right, there's 2 on one side, 3 on the other. uh Thad and Chad, a little overconfident, come in, and they're like, we got the first room, right? And then so they try to open the first room, and that one's locked. So they try to play it off, and they go into the second room, and you don't like they don't come back out. You hear them like scrambling around in there, but they don't like come back out. So there's 4 other rooms y'all can check out. Um, where do you start?
Hmm.
um,
Do we want to split
Trixie
up?
Trixie looks at Avalon and says, "I mean, this is your thing, right? I'm just here to support you, but wouldn't it make sense to go together so it'll go faster? Like many hands make light work or whatever?"
Uh, Statistically, that might be true. I don't numbers wise. I feel like there was a math problem about that. Yeah, sure, that works. Which room do you all want to? This one's right here. If we want to go in this, just like the first one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
So
think she's
that
gonna.
one did appear to
Sorry.
be locked. Do you want to like? You can try to get it open. But
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant 4 rooms besides the locked one and the one that and Chad just claimed.
oh, no. There's 4 rooms except for the ones that they went into. So there's the locked one, and then there's 3 other ones beside that one. But you can try to get this one open. Um, One of you might have even been given a set of keys to open the door. That's up to you if y'all want to say that's a
Hmm.
thing.
What does everyone else think?
Are the other doors
Uh,
locked? Maybe we should check.
It really
yeah.
depends on if you're asking KC or Sin, because KC has not said anything out loud since they arrived.
Sin, every time you talk about them, I get sad.
Maybe we should check out that third room. What do you think, Trix?
I mean, listen, it'd be really funny if one of us opens the door that Chad and Thad couldn't open. But as much as it would be, as much as I'd love to embarrass them, maybe we should just go do something productive.
Yeah, we can check out that third room, and then when, C and T are done kissing, we can get that first room open in front of them.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's do it to it.
Yeah, okay, that works. I think Avalon's gonna hang back and wait for the others to start going at first.
And Casey is contemplating if there were signs that Chad and Thad were romantically involved that they missed.
I think Avalon, knowing that, goes, I don't know if they actually are. If that helps. Yeah.
Can I roll streetwise and see if I know any rumors about Thad and Chad?
This is the important part of the game.
I mean, you can roll if you want, but I can just tell you. I mean,
I don't. It's funny because streetwise is just one of those skills that hasn't been relevant, but I always put points in it just in case.
you know what? Well, then
It's
roll it.
just the way,
Roll
just
it.
the
It's
way my
funnier to make us roll
DMs
it.
are.
It's yeah.
I rolled. Oh, nice! I rolled a 14 with a 4 on my D4.
You don't know if any of them are true, but there are definitely rumors. Partially because they only hang out with each other, and nobody else really likes them because whenever they're hanging out together, they're kind of jerks, right? So they only hang out with each other. So everybody's like, they might be uh, making out in the closet and overcorrecting in front of everybody else, right? Third room. That's the one you want to go into?
Yep. Yes.
All right. That the door is unlocked, and this one is full of just file boxes.
Mm. We supposed to do anything with documents?
I mean, I feel like,
Oh yeah.
do we just go through them and see if they're important? Also, I kind of want to know what's in there. It's part me being chismosa and the other part of me wanting to know. And the other part being like, we should probably actually go through them.
Yeah. Why don't you do that and I can open another door?
Yeah, okay, I can be in this room. Yeah. Just really like a, here, if you eat, if you.
I have a question. Avalon. What are we supposed to do with the stuff we find, like old papers and stuff? Are people gonna miss this if we like get rid of it? Oh wait. Never mind that. Um, do we know, Sophia, what the instructions are for getting rid of the stuff?
Yeah. So there is maintenance crews that are going to be coming around and like collecting junk and garbage and stuff, and what the volunteer crews are supposed to do is just clean out the rooms, right? If you're going through files, like definitely like check and make sure they're not like super important. um but otherwise, if they're just like old instruction manuals, just put them outside, like at the end of the hall, so that the maintenance crews can come through and recycle or whatever everything.
Okay. So we will go ahead and follow instructions, I guess.
Yeah, there's some of the uh, boxes are like tax documents from like 1987, but most of them are just old records that were relevant once but not important anymore. Uh, so you can, stack most of that out in the hall.
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah,
Would do so
Teddy
then.
will start
I
carrying big armfuls of file folders.
would like to check some of the files, like just peek at the top of like what's there.
Okay.
Like, what are these old papers?
Uh, where do you start? Like left side or right side of the?
I'll go on the left side of the room.
Okay. Um, I suddenly can't remember any of the skills. What's a good search skill here?
It's probably alertness, perception.
Yeah, that works.
Uh, yeah, okay. All right. Let's go. Um, ooh, that's not so great. Oh, I rolled a 12 with a 4 on my d4.
Okay. So you find um the first box you pull down uh is like right on the top of the box is like an old newspaper from like 10 years ago, and then a bunch of documents relative, all of it's about Cranston Tech and how Cranston Tech used to have like a satellite office in East Grove. The newspaper and the headline on that old newspaper is about them closing that satellite office and moving out of East Grove.
Trixie will take this paper and put it in her what is it? Her shoulder bag. Her she's just gonna file that one. Terms of Cranston Tech being in East Grove, because she's a local, would she have heard anything about that? Uh,
Yeah, you would have known that like they had an office. They employed a small handful of people in town. And a lot of what they did in town was work directly with the science departments at the university.
okay. Was there? I guess the only thing of interest would be if they worked with like medical sciences, like biomedical stuff. But I guess it's kind of just like I think it's mostly just interesting to Trixie, so she'll grab that and put it in her bag. Um,
Yeah, like there's some information in there like about what they worked on, right, for sciences, which is sort of pretty general, but there was like a little bit of funding for medical sciences and stuff like that as well.
um, okay, yeah. Yeah, she's gonna show it to her much older friend Teddy when they kind of meet up in a different room or whatever, and she just says there's a bunch of stuff about Cranston Tech, and they're like this old newspaper article, and she shows it to Teddy.
Oh, uh, hmm, hmm. And now, if you had to explain to me why you were showing this to me like I was a child, what would you what would you say?
I would say that there's a lot of stuff about Cranston Tech in that one room. Um, I think they're using us to clear clear some evidence of something, maybe a conspiracy. I don't know, but I do know that
Oh.
Cranston Tech moved out of town 10 years ago. Um, I don't know.
Was there like
I just
a big incident or something? Like, did they
I
like
don't know. It
mutate a
wasn't.
bunch of fish or?
I don't know if it was a big incident, but they ran out of funding. They ran out of money, and I don't know what's up. I do know that Cranston Tech used to work with like science types, so I guess it's a little
Okay.
out of your out of your depth because you're not really a science guy. But I don't know. It just
Well, I don't
seems
know
really
why you'd say
interesting.
that. Um, yeah, I
Because
mean,
I'm
it's
only
definitely
saying
interesting.
I'm only saying that because I'm the science person.
You sure are, kid. Um,
I'm just
that's
imagining Teddy going like kinesiology is a truly fundamental science to the way we
it's
live
a
our lives.
legitimate science. Anatomy is very important. Do you want to save that newspaper clipping for like some kind of murder wall, or can I toss it?
No, definitely putting it on my not murder wall conspiracy board
Mm-hmm.
thing. Don't worry
Uh-huh.
about it. Um,
You need more red yarn once we're done here.
maybe. We'll have to go by a store or something. I don't know. I just was always really fascinated by the work Cranston Tech did when I was a kid. I thought
Ooh.
maybe I'd get into it. But I get into that kind of stuff, but you know. Um, Science labs don't have the adrenaline rush of being in an ambulance and saving people. Can I invoke my origin perk and call my friend Jimmy the intern?
Explain your origin perk.
My origin perk, I know a guy, says that if I pass a difficulty 12 persuasion check, I can basically call upon an NPC and basically make them up on the fly and like talk to them. I was gonna do like a trusted contact, but I was like, no, this is an opportunity to make Jimmy the intern a thing again. So I have to pass the check, but I have a D4, so let's see how that
Okay.
goes. It's difficulty 12. Oh, okay, that is 15. So she's going to call up Jimmy, who graduated East Grove University. What year was it again? In the game is 2016, right?
Correct.
Okay. So he graduated in 2015 and actually where is the main headquarters of Cranston Tech? It's in like LA in a big city.
Uh, we'll say yeah.
Yeah, so
It's either
basically
there or Angel Grove. It's somewhere important, right?
Angel Grove. Okay, so he got an internship at Cranston Tech when he graduated. Um and I'm just gonna call him up and I'm gonna say, "Hey, uh Jimmy, how much do you know about the Cranston Tech office that closed down in East Grove? I know you're working in Angel Grove right now, but like, what's the deal with that?"
Oh, I don't know a lot, but I remember that they closed up shop like I don't know, 6 months, a year after what was that Mercer Industries went under and closed up shop. Um,
Oh,
Yeah, so like they closed up
Yeah.
shop and left town. I do remember my dad talking about them buying up a bunch of property at one point, like in East Grove, but I don't know where. I don't know what happened to it after they bought it.
So we're clearing up a bunch of old stuff, and Cranston Tech came up in like a bunch of old newspaper clippings and stuff in the basement of East Grove University. Like, they really just want us to get rid of all of this stuff, but like, I don't know, like, do you think there'd be a reason for Cranston Tech to want to, I don't know, settle in with the university? I know they used to work with the science department a while back.
I don't know. As far as I know, we just they work direct with a lot of universities. They fund science departments, work to fuel innovations in science and tech, and
They're just trying to get rid of this old stuff, and I'm wondering why they aren't keeping some of this for archival reasons. Something doesn't feel right. Anyway, um, yeah, we'll keep in touch. You coming back around to East Grove this weekend? Maybe we can catch up over dinner.
oh yeah.
All right. See you later, Jim.
Yeah, see you too. So what are Casey and Avalon doing?
Uh, just doing what they've been told without any, like, they are not trying to stand out in any way whatsoever, and are quite terrified of Trixie at this point.
Avalon is consistently terrified of Trixie, so that does track. Also, just like wants to say something, he's like, no. Just like keep looking through stuff. Very on the opposite side of the room, Casey.
I was going to ask the Cranston, would I know connections between Cranston and Mercer?
um, Other than that, they were two companies. Let me. No, you
Okay.
wouldn't. No, like they were just two big companies. You don't. I mean, it might flag as odd for most people that they left the city around the same time, but otherwise, no.
Okay. Then I would just continue about doing what I was doing.
I'm very surprised you came. I didn't mean that in a bad way. I just, progress. I'll shut up now. Okay. Yep. Nope. I'm not gonna. Have you seen Terminator 2? No. Don't ask. Don't, don't, don't. Hey, look at what I
um,
found in this box. This Avalon find this
Can Avalon please have an escape route conveniently planned for this very
We
moment?
left the two worst social people in the room together.
um,
I'm gonna roll to find something.
yeah. Roll alertness to see if you find anything.
Yeah, that tracks. Okay. Alertness, I have. Okay. That's that's a 5.
Okay, so you mean, you do technically find things, but nothing of like importance, right? It's just at some point somebody thought these documents were important, and now they're either easily lookable stuff that you can Google, or um, not, uh, relevant anymore. It's just like, honestly, I don't even know, but it's just old random records, nothing of relevance.
Yeah, she's just gonna hold it up and go, I'm just gonna start throwing this away. Just packs up the box. Teddy, did you find anything?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Thank you. She just starts packing up
Hmm.
boxes for Teddy too.
Yeah, don't
you
even worry.
you get this room cleaned up, and which room do you want to go to next? You want to go back to the locked one? Okay.
Yeah.
How do you want to get that open? Do you want to force it? Do you want to try to pick the lock,
See,
kick
the
it
smart
in?
thing to do would be pick the lock, but I kind of want to just hit the knob with my cane and see if that works.
Okay. Roll might. You're using a weapon technically.
Yep. All right, let's see. Let's see. Come on, give me something good. Give me something good. That's gonna be a. Oh, that's gonna be a 22.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I rolled an
nice.
18 and a 4.
So you hit the doorknob with your cane, and the door, which you thought was pretty sturdy, um, is not, and like the door handle just rips out of the wood and leaves like a little
Oh,
hole where it was supposed to be. So like if you'd applied just a little bit of pressure, it would have
Avalon
uh
crit on the door because it's a D4, right,
It's a
Knox?
D4,
Um,
yeah.
you crit on the door.
Hey, Child, don't worry. I was strong enough to get it open for you. It just walks into the room.
Oh,
as you all
The
enter the
power of
room,
anxiety could fuel you.
the door that they went through, like the whole like the doorknob rattles as if they were trying to get it open. Inside this room is some like random complete cleaning supplies, right? There's mops, broken mops, uh, some, cleaning chemicals, a vacuum cleaner that somebody had started taking apart. Everybody roll alertness for me.
is this perception based
It's
Yes.
or
Yes,
okay?
it's perception.
it is never good when the GM tells you to roll alertness. I'm just saying that right now.
18.
20.
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
I rolled a
My good
9.
dice juju is out.
Okay, so Casey and Teddy, when you walk into the room, you notice on the back wall, there's like a big metal shelf, like you would see in like a janitor's workshop kind of thing, and it has a few of those chemicals and stuff. But behind that, sort of like inset in the concrete of the wall, is the word Cranston Tech.
Whoa. Hey, Trixie. Uh, good room for you to check out. He'll probably walk over and try and like pull that shelf away.
Wow, that's some really old stuff. She will, I guess if Teddy points out the box or whatever, she'll take a look at that.
Yeah, move aside the shelf. And yeah, is inside in the wall is like Cranston Tech. It's in the wall, and then right dead center in the wall is a lightning bolt, and
Um,
that sticks out from the concrete. So whereas the letters are set into it, so like the lightning bolt is sitting out.
Oh. Uh, she is going to look over her shoulder at everyone in the room. And then she's going to touch the lightning bolt.
Oh, wait, you. Okay.
Yeah, the lightning bolt is a button, and when you touch it, it moves, and the back wall opens up, revealing a, we'll call it a secret bunker.
This
Okay.
isn't on the blueprints.
God
It's
damn.
definitely not. Now, for if you're in the virtual table, there is.
Yes. Hold on. Let me. Oh, what the? Did I set that
It's
up
not.
properly? Yes, I did.
I was gonna say it's not super important that it's on the screen because it's mostly just
Okay.
because I don't want to lose track of multiple enemies. But
Sure.
there is a sort of a layout here that'll help everybody, hopefully.
Okay.
I only see black.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You have to make sure
Okay. Yeah.
everyone gets moved to the
I
thing.
can't open it just because my laptop will explode. So,
Okay.
What?
but I'll vibe it out. Honestly, this tracks with how Avalon's doing with awareness, anyways. Um,
Sure. I don't actually see anything. I guess it might be
Um.
just.
See, here's the problem: is that I do not. I'm not used to using these things. So here we go. Maybe this will help. Did that work?
Um, I don't see anything. Is it preloaded? Is that what it is? It's fine. We can just vibe it out if it's not working. Um,
I have it active. I don't know. It is. It'll like if it's not working, it's fine. But
okay. Well,
I can see Sin moving a cursor around.
it might
Nope.
just be my browser not behaving properly. Don't worry about it. Um, I'm having issues. It's okay. Um,
Okay.
It
So,
says I don't have vision because I don't have a token in the scene.
oh,
oh yeah,
that's
that might.
um.
Anyway, um, so
Okay.
Trixie pushes the button and is standing at edge of the door when it's revealed, and she is thinking very hard about what to do next, but she doesn't look like she's moving right away.
So you see a room. It looks like it's mostly like made out of like metal and some concrete, right? And there is like emergency lighting on in there. There are directly across from you. There is a door, and then there are two walls on either side of that door with monitors and like keyboards on the wall. Right off to the door that you're standing next to is there's some like old boxes with some, they're a little dusty. And then right in the center is like a table that is like piled with tools and stuff. And then there are five lights, and all of the lights are giving off like a little white light, and inside each light is what looks to be like a smartwatch. And then there are two more doors off to the left and right of the entrance.
Um, great. Um, So Trixie's at the front of the group and she's just like, she wants to go, but she doesn't want to be the only one that goes. So she's looking back at her friends. She's looking back at Teddy specifically because he's big and strong. Um, with her eyes pleading, please come with me into this
Hmm.
dangerous random room. Dangerous looking random room.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, is this on the
No.
you know, sweet, so they're not going to be mad if we take those watches?
Y'all have never seen a horror movie or some shit? You don't go into the scary rooms by random tech companies. That's
Well,
that's
yeah,
that's kind. It's like horror 102.
well,
Well,
I choose
I
to
mean,
think that we're in a sci-fi thriller,
You don't
and
do that in
that
the
watch
sci-fi
looks
thrillers
awesome.
either.
look, beyond don't go alone, is there really any other things that we need to worry about? It's fine. We'll go together. And she looks at Teddy and then says, want that watch? Race ya. And she zooms in.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh yeah,
She
he's
also
bolting.
she had 30 speed on the ground. She's running in.
She's probably faster than Teddy. You
I'm
know
serious.
how little dogs can
Teddy,
outpace big dogs at the dog park easy? That's what I'm imagining.
yeah, but what is Teddy's origin? Which origin did you pick? Because some origins
Uh,
make you faster.
athlete, so he's also
Oh,
zooming.
he's yeah, no, he's definitely faster. I'm pretty sure
Mm-hmm.
athletic gives you like 45 speed or 35.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
he'll let her
Teddy
win.
fast. Teddy
Mm-hmm.
lets her
I
win.
love
I
Teddy.
am. I imagine it's a sibling dynamic. I don't know if he's from East Grove, if he's also local, but um, I feel like Trixie has a lot of little sister energy around Teddy.
Yeah, I
And she's
think
like,
he grew up there, like went to high school there, was like, the big dumb jock everybody knew at the high school there. They've probably known each
uh,
other a minute.
like, yeah, and because Teddy let her win, he literally just walks over like 5 seconds later, and he's like, I would like to look at the watch, actually. Like, take a closer look at it. That's what I'd like to do.
Are you picking it up or are you just looking at it?
Oh, I'm touching it. I'm picking it up.
Okay,
Heck yeah.
so when you pick it up, specifically when you put your hand in the light around the watch and pick it up, the light turns red. The watch itself
Oh,
stays like the plastic like stuff like stays a white color, but the light turns red.
okay. That's funky. That's weird. Nothing else happens when I touch it.
No, if you monkey around with it, play around with it, like it'll turn on and it'll say, like on the screen, it'll say Project Monster Force. It'll show the date and time. Uh, I don't know what all smartwatches do, but it has like a app to receive messages and some buttons on the side, and it also seems to have a two-way communicator built into it.
Huh. Yeah, no, I definitely picked it up and um just Trixie is in her like EMT uniform, but her backpack's red. And then she's like, huh, I wonder why it turned red. Meh.
Do you put the watch
Or
on, or do you put it on, or do you just hold it?
I just hold it for now.
Okay. Does anybody else grab a watch?
Oh, Teddy's doing that. He's already slapping that shit on too.
Okay.
It's like one of
Casey,
those like 90s friendship bracelets.
I've been
Yeah,
waiting.
like a slap band. Yeah, completely.
I've been waiting for someone to ask what Casey is doing because they are slowly backing away from the room currently and
Okay.
thinking about running.
Okay. So yeah, when Teddy, would you grab the watch? The light turns green, and then when you put the watch on, the watch itself turns green. And then instead of just saying Project Monster Force on it, it says Welcome Power Rangers to Welcome Power Ranger to Project Monster Force.
Oh, hey Trixie, they were doing some kind of dork ass like video game thing in here, I think. Like
Um,
augmented reality or like for LARPing.
yeah, okay. I have a question. 2016 rules, right? Also, do I know anything about the Power Rangers?
I mean,
Would it be
so
like
like in
call
universe, it's not like they're unknown, right? You are
the? Oh wait, no, we're Beast Morphers era. No.
like Dino Charge era, just after
Oh,
she's been kind of
Dino Charge. Okay, so pre Beast
yeah,
Morphers. Got it.
yeah, pre Beast
Sorry.
Morphers. However, Power Rangers, the way I always understand it from watching multiples of the show, right, is like they're on the news just because your city doesn't have Power Rangers. Nobody's when like in Dino Thunder, right? When they're like, "Hey, Tommy was a Power Ranger," they're not like, "Oh, what's a Power Ranger?" They're like, "Oh, I can't believe Tommy's was a Power Ranger." So the like you have heard of the Power Rangers.
Also, geographically, because this helps me, how close are we to Angel Grove? Are we like several hours away? Is it like a whole different world, or is it like two, three
You,
towns over?
you'd be several hours. Like in terms of like the United States, you'd be like several states away.
Oh, and we're not in California. Okay,
I love that you
we're
Correct.
asked.
not in
That means
Angel.
that when they're like, "You coming over this weekend?" it means they now have to get on like a flight.
Are you? I just assumed
That one
Jimmy was a
intern.
local.
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
no,
I
I
don't
just
know if
assumed Jimmy was
Jimmy's coming. I don't know if Jimmy was just
coming home
distractedly saying yes or he's actually coming home. We'll find out later.
for. I should have opened with that question. Okay, so he's out of state. He wa- he's not in he's not coming home for he's not coming home for the weekend. Damn. Just okay. She's like, oh yeah, video games about the Power Rangers. I mean, I've seen them on the news as a kid. Like, yeah, that's pretty rad. She will also put her watch on. Like, if Teddy's doing it, Trixie is absolutely doing it.
Yeah, it's always a good idea to do what Teddy does.
Yeah. Yeah. So when Trixie, when you put on your watch, it turns red.
um, Teddy is such a good influence. Okay, that's cool.
And then much like when Teddy put the watch on, you get a message that says, uh, "Welcome Power Ranger to Project Monster Force."
I would Cranston Tech lying around underneath a university.
They probably thought this was gonna be like a really hot kids toy. And then they ran out of funding, right?
Yeah, that's true. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
I mean, if I
Huh.
had something like this when I was a kid, I would have probably kicked a bunch of holes in my parents' drywall, so I understand why they'd leave it be. Awesome
Yeah,
though.
well, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, they're not going to be missing this. They asked us to clean up around here. I mean, there's like what, three others?
Yeah, you guys want to watch?
Could I roll infiltration to sneak away?
Can I roll whatever I have to see if I notice them going
It's
away?
it's alertness.
Motherfuckers. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to. Okay, let's see. Alertness? Yeah, plus
Yeah.
one. What's your roll, Sin?
I rolled a 4,
I
Knox.
rolled a 19.
I rolled a 10.
Okay,
Well,
so
then you see that Casey is like inching away.
I think Avalon just slowly puts her queen behind them, like, please don't leave me by myself. Please, 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 this, please.
okay, so Casey, you go to try to sneak away, and when you do, the alarms in the bunker in the lab start going off, giving an alert for like a proximity alert for a monster is what like the alarm is. And so when you like try to turn around and try to sneak away, and Avalon sticks out the can from like a pile of pink goo that had appeared in the middle of the floor, pop up two monsters called putreds,
Chad and
and
Chad.
they pop up right in front of you. And Casey, when we come back from break, oh, you want break in 15? Okay, so
Sorry.
you are surprised, Casey, and Avalon, you were probably also surprised because you are also close to Casey.
Can I
Do
instinctually just hit it? Whatever it is.
So the next step will be to roll initiative.
it, is Trixie also surprised?
No, Trixie's not. Trixie and
Okay.
Teddy are not. Just Casey and
Okay.
Avalon.
I have a rank in initiative. Just a D2. That's great.
That's
I I still rolled a 9. It's fine. We have
I got
level.
another 20.
What did you get total though with your skill die?
I don't think I have a skill die in initiative.
I got a
If you
19.
if you don't have a skill die in initiative, it's a snag. So you have to take the lower of 2d20 rolls.
Oh.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Trying to find a pen.
I got what I refer to as a synthetic 20.
I got
Nice.
a 12 because I had to take the lower of the two.
Because I do
Oh.
have skill ranks in initiative.
I just took
I
mine
have
out.
one.
I have
19.
19. Wait, 19 was your lowest?
19 was, I got a 20 and a 19.
Jeez, okay.
Amazing.
I got a 19
You
and a
really
12.
you really do need to get ranks in initiative for stuff though. It would
I
be
will.
awesome.
I probably
Everybody
did my
follows
skills
Teddy.
wrong.
I mean, not wrong, just not as optimal for what your character
I'll have you
does.
take a look at them later.
Okay. Hold on.
Yeah,
I couldn't
no.
find a pen, so we'll do this. The
Yeah.
Google.
I mean, I offered all week. You could have just hit me up anytime, bro.
Sorry.
We'll talk this weekend. It's fine.
Okay, so Casey had a 20.
Yeah.
Teddy had a 19. What did Trixie have?
11.
And Avalon had a 12?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your speed, Avalon?
30.
The essence score, not the movement.
Oh, sorry. It's
You're fine.
lowered it. It's a 2 now.
Okay, so
I'm sorry. I thought it would be
okay,
funny.
I will give the tiebreaker to you, so you will go before the putreds.
Okay, thank God.
You have the same speed,
Oh God.
as and it rolled a 12 for them, and then Trixie is an 11. So
Oh,
unfortunately, because you're surprised, Casey, you can't move this turn,
That
which means
tracks.
Teddy, you get to make the first move. They're about, we'll say, 10 to 15 feet away, so you
Got
can
it.
move to them if you wish.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm going to be moving to one, and doing a judo kick
Okay.
for Shersies. I have a specialization in that, so I'm going to be rolling a 20 and a 6.
Okay. Yeah.
and that you
Roll.
also specialization means if you have a D6, you also roll the D4 and the D2, and then you just take the
Oh,
higher
got it.
skill die. Yep.
Okay, let me do that and then roll a d2 as well. So that is the higher of the two is my d6, and I rolled a 17, so I have 23 total to
Wow,
attack with my
that's
martial
crit.
arts.
Did you roll a 6 on your D6?
Yep.
Amazing. That's a
Yeah,
crit.
Teddy's rolling high tonight.
Okay. Well, that gets past their toughness, and I'm blinking. How does damage work again, Anne?
It's a flat value. It's blunt damage for martial arts, unarmed martial arts. It's 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Or
So,
if you crit, you can either double the damage or do like a maneuver, like take them down or trip them.
so what we see is Casey. You have these things pop up in front of you, and then Teddy runs in and kicks one of them, and it explodes into a pile of pink goo.
Wow.
Let's see. So back Avalon, you are also surprised, which means the putreds will try to, or while the one remaining putrid will try to deny. Oh wait, no, they do, but they don't have much in it. Okay. One of them is going to try to punch KC. Casey, what is your toughness?
13.
Oh, hey, I did that wrong. Hold on. I forgot about the
Can
hangout.
the defender can choose their defense, whether they tank it
Oh,
with their
okay.
toughness or they try to dodge with their evasion.
That is right.
Oh, then I would try to evade with my 14.
Okay.
Run!
Run definitely sounds KC's speed.
Too bad you keep getting busted when you try to sneak
Okay.
away.
So they rolled a 6. What's your evasion?
14.
Okay. So you, what does it look like? It throws a punch at you. What does it look like when you step out of the way?
Uh, it would probably be something where KC would look completely like frozen in fear, but their hands are moving despite them and just like blocking it out of the way and maneuvering away.
Okay. And then Trixie, what do you do?
Uh, um. Okay, so here's what happens. Trixie sees um Teddy just explode one and just says, Wow, that's really cool. And when she sees Casey is getting attacked, she's like, you know what? I can do that too. And she tries to attack and try to one up Teddy. Oh no. She rolled a she rolled a 10.
Okay, so yeah, what does it look like when you attack this mini
Um, so Trixie is a relatively like athletic person. You kind of have to do a bunch of training to be an EMT anyway. So, and while she's not formally trained in martial arts, growing up, Teddy's shown her a few things. So she tries to like roundhouse kick this thing, and I don't know, gets her foot stuck in the goo, and then she's like, ew. And she like backflips away. If there's space in the room, she'll backflip away. Like
Okay,
one
yeah,
flip.
you can do that. Yeah, and it kind of like ducks out of the way of your kick, and you don't hit it, which brings us back
So
to
I'm gonna say she's like 10 feet away.
okay,
She gives herself like 10 feet of space.
okay, and then we come back up to the top to KC.
Well, Casey's hands are moving, even though they are terrified. Okay, so you said a 6 on the die is a crit?
Oh,
If you're rolling a d6, yes,
Yeah,
correct. If
that's
you the total if the total passes the defense, then if your skill die is max, it hits.
I
It crits.
really
Sorry.
I really hope their defense isn't higher than 21.
it's not. So what does it look like when you hit them?
I'm imagining like Casey just getting ready to like practically run away, but then their programming takes over and they do like a spinning roundhouse kick.
Okay, and it connects, and they once again it explodes into uh, purple, the pinkish purple goo. And then behind you, you hear the sound of one of the doors opening.
Do I have time to duck for cover? I backflip
Uh,
into cover.
if you yeah, I mean you do, you do that. What does everybody else do like when you hear this door open?
Which door
Um,
is it? Like,
defensive
Uh,
stance.
it is the door. Hold on, let me check. It'd be the door to the right of the entrance that you came into.
like
So it's back in the bunker.
oh, back in the bunker.
Yeah.
Uh, standing behind Teddy.
Yes.
Like ducking behind Teddy at this point.
Okay. So you do that, and you hear a voice, uh, semi like robotically say, "Sorry, Power Rangers, I appear to need repairs. I am Model X4, designation Terra. I am here to help."
you see you see Trixie like peek out from like behind a box. just her eyes.
Casey is like looking around Teddy, ducks back when they see a robot.
Yeah, there is an android like robot. Um, it it is in need of repairs. You can see it. It's like wear and tear from no maintenance and nobody being here to take care of Terra. It like right, and so you can take a guess that Terra has maybe been sitting in that room, not moving for the last 10 years or so, and is now in need of some maintenance.
Oh,
Trixie uh, looks at this robot and then she waits to see what everyone else is doing before she approaches.
so Tara is in need of repair?
Yes.
Casey would kind of absent-mindedly walk up to Tara and start analyzing what repairs she needs.
Okay. Roll uh science, I guess, would probably be the best.
It's
Okay,
technology,
and
probably.
I
Oh,
have a
or
Technology?
question.
technology. I'll let you roll whichever one you have the best in, science or technology.
Well, the answer is the same. So, uh, but I do have another question.
Okay.
Part of my reprogrammable is the ability to upshift as a free action 3 times on a skill test. Is each individual roll a skill test, or
Yes.
okay, then can I do 3 free actions to do 3 upshifts?
Depending on your speed. Your
Yeah,
speed's
what is
probably
your
really high.
Speed is 4.
Have 2 free actions available per round.
Okay, then I will
yeah.
use 2 of those free actions and get a D10 on the roll.
Pretty rad.
And that's a 24 total.
Okay. So the first thing you notice is some exoskeleton damage. Um and then there is a lot of wiring damage from not moving. Um, the joints probably need some like at least lubrication. Um, there's some other stuff, and yours your however you're now analyzing is telling you that there's some software updates that are needed.
Then just wordlessly, Casey would get to work and seeing what they can do to repair her.
Okay, you can do that. That's going to take time,
Yeah.
but you can do that. So you get started. Um, does anybody? What does everybody else do in the room? Does anybody explore? Does anybody do anything? What is Avalon doing?
I was gonna say that Avalon was gonna actually go up to the android and see because her she's not really a tech person, but she's picked up some stuff from her sister who's a computer science major and not constantly fixing things. But Casey seems like they got it down. So I'll see what Teddy's doing and then see what's left.
What? So what is Teddy doing?
I think Teddy science stuff like this engineering tech, not his specialty. I think he's kind of hovering, like keeping an eye on the situation, like keeping an eye out for more monsters, kind of trying to determine if there's more threats or like how serious this all is, because he did very much just punch some goop to death.
Okay. Yeah, currently there's no more alarms going off or anything. But, and what is Trixie doing while they're everyone's trying to help Tara?
Trick is like, cool, talking robot. That's fine. However, she is uh looking for information, trying to get knowledge of like why is this stuff here, or like what's the history behind this, and am I seriously now a Power Ranger? So
Okay.
she has questions and she's looking for like information.
So do you wanna explore? What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna try to explore, but like with the intent of like investigating and looking for information.
Okay. So which room do you go in first? There are 3 rooms outside of this one.
I'm gonna go into whatever the next room is that is the closest.
Okay. So the I'll let me go in the room in the back then. We'll say that's the one you're closest to. And that room, when you open it up, it's just a server room. There's a bunch of servers. Despite the rest of the bunker seeming to be on low power, this room has full power. It's been kept on.
Okay. In that case, I would like to see if I could like just pull up a machine and like turn it on and like push a button and see what happens.
Um, the servers are like they just store data. The computers and monitors out in the other room aren't on currently, and they don't have powers.
Okay.
Just the servers themselves do.
So there's no way for me to like activate a computer and try to get information.
Not right now. Um, there are 2 other rooms.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep wandering in my quest to find more information, turn things on. She'll try to push all the buttons.
Okay, so you enter the room to the left of the entrance, and this is very clearly a power room. There's like a generator, and in the center of the room there is like there's something holding a shard of a crystal that is powering this base, but you can see that like there's a display somewhere in there that's saying that like most of the power has been turned off to the building, and that is where we'll go to break.
Hey, all right. Yeah, we're gonna take a real quick break. And yeah, we'll take a 10-minute break. All right, see you guys in 10 minutes. Bye.
Welcome back to Power Rangers Monster Force. So we left off with Trixie finding the power room, the generator, and which seems to be powered by a strange crystal that is definitely hooked up to the main generator in this power room.
Can I take a look around and see if I can turn on the power to the entire place?
Roll me technology.
Hey, you know what happened once? I rolled with a snag and rolled 2 15s, so this could be good.
I did once manage to roll two nat 20s with disadvantage.
Yeah,
It happens.
I rolled an 8 though. Not happening today.
Okay, yeah. So, you find like a couple of buttons, but you can't figure out how to turn the whole thing on. So for everybody else, the lights on the main room come on, but the computer the computers don't turn on. Most of the power doesn't come back on, so just the lights goes from emergency lights to full power lights.
This is really weird, actually. Hmm. She's gonna go back to the general area where everyone else is hanging out and just like, guys, there is a generator of some sort. Like, I don't know. I think it powers the entire place, but I don't know which buttons to push to turn everything on. You guys think it'd be a good idea to, like, you know, turn on machines, turn on the lights, see what we can do?
Do I think it's a good idea? Hmm. Am I interested to see what happens? Yes.
I want to push the buttons, but I don't want to like blow anything up. Someone push the buttons that's like smarter than me, please.
Avalon's just gonna go and press a button.
Okay.
It's the
Uh,
it's, it's the one labeled power on.
roll technology for me, please.
That's a nat 20.
Okay, yeah. So you find all the buttons and you start turning things on, and everything in the whole building powers on. Like the air circulation kicks on, the computers start booting up.
Great.
Now what?
So I was thinking like maybe checking out a computer and like seeing if we can find information about what this place is all about. I mean, it's got to be something, right? Why is it here? And why does this watch keep calling me a Power Ranger? I push a random button on the watch.
Uh, you push a button on the watch, and something in the room beeps.
Oh shit. Oh no.
Oh, dang.
And when you do that, as Casey's working on fixing Tara, Tara straightens up and then speaks into the room. Just, what is it, Power Rangers? Is there trouble?
Sorry, you got the wrong number. Click. Oh man. And then she walks over to Teddy and says, "So that button? Apparently, it's got some comms on it. Be careful when you
Ooh,
push that.
got it. Okay, so I'm seeing two possibilities here. Either they were building sort of a LARPing funplex under the college, or this is sort of a serious, real deal thing, as indicated by the monsters in the android.
Hmm. I don't know about that. I'm starting to think that this is more than just, I don't know. Cranston Tech was into science stuff, not like entertainment. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I think it's I think it's probably to enable us, or not us, but like a group of people to punch through goop,
Hey, but
stuff like that.
all of the stuff I've seen on TV, like, why would they just leave this tech unused? It doesn't make
Unguarded
sense.
under a college, yeah.
I mean, you've seen the Power Rangers on TV, right? When we were growing up,
Mm-hmm.
they use this kind of stuff, don't they? Like, what does it all mean that it's just lying around here? I don't understand. Uh, Trixie's going to go to a console nearby, and she's gonna try to turn it on. She'll push a button.
Okay. Yeah. So the screen comes on and it says, "Welcome to Project Monster Force," and then it starts showing almost like a video describing a threat that is being monitored. They're monitoring whether or not it is also a threat to East Grove from this place. And on the screen is a villain formerly known as Mezagog.
Okay. Wow. Guys, check this out. There's a whole bunch of information here about Ezagog. Has he been on TV or anything like that in the last like
Uh, I mean,
10, 15 years?
I don't know how much he was on TV, but it was definitely like known that whatever city Dino Thunder takes place in was under attack.
Reefside.
Reefside, that's what it is. Yeah,
I love
like
Dino Thunder so much.
Me too.
it's a good one. It's a good one. Um, yeah, and so like as you're looking at this information, you're seeing like connections to Anton Mercer and to Anton Mercer Industries, and that they were concerned that they would use the various Anton Mercer Industries throughout the world to launch plans from them. And so Cranston Tech set up Project Monster Force here in East Grove to monitor that. And then shortly after Mesogog's defeat, they abandoned the project and then eventually left East Grove.
Oh, that makes so much more sense now. They didn't need this stuff anymore, so they left it behind. Okay. And there's nothing bad that's happened locally in East Grove, right? Like, we've had relatively chill lives in the last, like, 20 years or
Yes.
whatever. 21
Yes.
years. Okay. Okay, so if they don't need it anymore, what are they gonna do if they find this stuff? We cleared a bunch of boxes today, but like, what if they go digging around and they find this? This is like, this
Hmm.
shouldn't be thrown away. This should be preserved. Who knows if bad stuff's gonna happen again? Whatever this monster force is, like, someone should taking care of this tech, right? That would be the responsible thing to do.
Well, we're probably gonna have to fix the door handle before the cleaners get here and lock it back up.
Okay, but and she looks at Avalon and Casey. I don't think we should tell anyone about this. Like, we don't know what they're gonna do with this tech. It's abandoned tech, and someone might decide to use it for nefarious reasons.
So where do you want to put it? People are going to come back into this room. That's the whole point of cleaning up the tunnels.
I I I wish I had a solution, but we can't just tell people about it, right? Like, I don't know.
Hey, Sin, how much does Avalon know about the whole KC thing? How much did they tell her?
Uh, Not enough that Avalon would understand why Casey is currently like frozen at the mention of, well, actually Trixie hasn't mentioned
Mm.
Mercer yet,
No.
so not
But
that much.
they would know who the old man is, though, right?
Yeah.
Do you think she looked Casey and go like, do you think maybe they like trying to be as vague as possible?
The
Tech.
doctor?
Yes. Are you? Do you need a second?
This is a lot.
Okay, that's okay.
I should finish this.
Okay.
They go back to working on Terra.
So I'm gonna say that's a no. Okay. Only other person I know that knows anything remotely techie is my sister. Definitely not the same level as who I was thinking of. No offense, my sister.
Mm. Well, I mean,
Let me call her.
have a
Actually, can I call Arcadia?
I have a watch that says I'm a Power Ranger, so that's a little weird.
Sophia, can I call Arcadia?
Yes. What are you hoping to learn from Arcadia?
What to do if you find a bunch of tech that was abandoned? She's gonna be as vague as possible. She's just like, that option's out. It's very much little sister energy of older sister will have an idea of what to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you call and Arcadia picks up on like the second ring and hey, is everything okay?
Yeah, fine, totally fine, nothing wrong. Quick question. So hypothetically, if I found a bunch of abandoned technology, um, what should I do with that if I didn't want people to know about it? It's for a short story I'm writing. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I mean,
Wait, can that be canon, Anne? Sophia, is that cool if it's canon?
why not?
Okay.
Why not?
I think.
Um, that depends on like. I mean, are we talking like retro tech? Like you could sell it, you can
So
recycle it.
hypothetically, if I found a bunch of stuff that told me I'm a Power Ranger,
Okay, that's different. How did you
so
find this?
so hypothetically, let's don't. Okay, so wait, that's very obviously not hypothetically anymore. Anyway, okay. So let's say I was in the school tunnels and um, there was a bunch of tech that just and this pink goo monsters that remind me of the Teletubby like pudding machine like came out and attacked me and my friends. I'm fine, don't worry about it. Um, and there's these bracelets, these smartwatches that told two of my friends that they're Power Rangers, and there's a android that the other one is fixing up, and I'm just standing here trying to figure out what to do. Um, do I like ship that in a box to you, or like how is this? How do I make this not my problem anymore?
Wait, you found this in East Grove?
I found this in the school basement. I'm like, I'm like not that far
Okay.
from home.
Um.
I'm in school. The Pride Center was helping clean the tunnels.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can be there if we fly. We can be there in a couple of hours. Do you need us?
I don't think I need you. I just need to know what to do. And considering you are actually, you know,
Okay. Well, I mean, I wouldn't ship it anywhere. That would. Um.
do I put it on? Like, what do I do?
I mean, you can. I mean, that's a choice. That is a choice that a lot of people have made.
Why?
But it
Okay.
comes. It comes with, certain responsibilities. I wouldn't put it on unless you're sure you're ready to take on those responsibilities. If it's real.
Okay, maybe you don't need everybody, but can you come home?
Um.
Like, do y'all have like family leave? FEMA applies to Power Rangers, right?
I mean, I can talk to my superiors and see if I can get some family leave, but I can't guarantee anything right now.
Amazing.
Two of them put it on already.
Okay. Well, I mean, are they your friends? Do you want to support them? Then, I mean, would put it on. If you want to walk away, there's no harm in doing so.
Oh, friends is such a strong word. They're really nice. I don't know them well enough to be friends. One of them's Trixie. Remember I kept telling you about Trixie, the one I keep running away from? Like, and then the other one's Teddy. They're cool. And then there's another person fixing a robot right now. That's very you. You'd like them. You two would click. For transparency, Arcadia is a Blue Ranger with tech specialties.
So good.
Okay. Um. Yeah, I will. You know. I
I
will do
can't
my
tell
best.
Grandma if I become a Power Ranger. She'll kill me. Did you tell Grandma you're a Power Ranger?
I mean, I guess so. This is your choice. Did Arcadia tell anybody other than
Then Avalon.
Avalon?
No, probably
Um, no, I didn't. But you don't have to either.
I'm gonna put the bracelet on.
Probably best that you don't tell too many people. So you reach out and when you grab the bracelet, the light turns yellow, and then when you put it on, the tech itself turns yellow.
Oh,
And then
okay. It's yellow now.
the screen says, welcome Power Ranger to Project Monster Force.
Okay, yep, it's yellow now. Okay, love you, Kitty. I'm gonna hang up now. Bye. Just hangs up on her sister. Like, well, that's gonna be a phone call tonight. Okay. She said don't ship it in a box.
Okay.
But I feel like we can hopefully just find a way to close up that secret passageway with everything inside it, and then we can come back down here anytime. Just like put a poster over the lightning bolt button
I
or
mean, there's
something.
also a closet in the Pride Center that nobody uses.
Secret closet.
In the,
Oof.
in the Pride Center. Just thought about
We're
that.
all gonna go back in the closet.
So
Oof.
I will also say that like there's out of order signs back in the room with all the janitor's equipment. If you hung that on the door, there's a chance nobody would question it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe we can like push the bookshelf or whatever back behind, like in front of the door, and we can come back to this later.
So, question for the GM: are there 2 bracelets or just 1 left? Now that Arcade, God, I should not have given them both A names. I made this decision last year. This is Anne's fault. I'm kidding. But are there 2 bracelets now that Avalon put hers on?
There's 1 bracelet. There's 5 spots. 1 is missing.
So are we gonna ignore the fact that one of these is already gone?
Wait,
That's an
whoa,
excellent
hold
point.
on. And Trixie goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. Damn. I didn't even notice before, but yeah, no, this is really bad actually. So much for trying to keep this under wraps. Someone already has one out there.
Well, maybe they just meant to make 5 and they only finished 4 and then it got locked up like that.
I don't
You
think we're that
We
lucky.
know?
don't know.
I mean,
Hey,
that's an
Casey, statistically, how likely is that?
Not very.
Yeah, we're boned, y'all.
I mean, I appreciate your optimism, Ted, but about the missing one. So I pushed a button and it activated some kind of communication system. Maybe we can find the other one by trying to communicate through the system.
Oh, like find my
Um,
friend.
I don't know if it has that option. Um, hey, Casey, how's Tara doing? Maybe Tara can explain stuff to us because I'm not doing great.
How is Tara doing?
So yeah, as you ask this, Tara turns to Casey and goes, "I seem to be sufficiently repaired. Thank you. May I offer you a software update as well?"
No!
Oh,
Can I inside check this
Avalon's
robot?
in the back, like, oh, oh boy,
Can I
oh no,
can
no,
I
no, no.
inside check the robot? Is this robot nefarious and
I think
awful?
you're broken. I think I think they're still broken.
I
what?
mean, you
What?
can insight check it, but it's if you want. I'm not going to stop you.
I would like to inside check this robot. And I rolled a 10. Is
It's a
Okay,
this
yeah.
robot.
robot evil?
No. No,
It's just
it's not.
robot evil. Okay.
No, the robot's not evil. There's no sinister intentions in Terra.
I guess there's no hiding that. What kind of update?
Uh, Terra would like basically describe like the latest like Cranston Tech Android update and be like, this is the same one that when you repaired my systems, I was able to update to.
Very well.
It may have different effects on you, but it could be good for your system.
Hmm.
I accept that.
And I guess how do you think Casey would accept a download, an update?
They would probably have like a panel that slips down in their arm, revealing like a cord that would have like a USB type uh, prong on it, and hand that to Tara, and just not think about the fact that they've just revealed what they are to two more people. Just not think about that, just head empty, no thoughts, because otherwise there would be terror.
Avalon is full on like, oh, in the background.
Yeah, you get this update. It downloads pretty quickly.
Oh, that is a lot. Okay. All right. And you just see like them deep breathing, despite the fact that they don't have like any breath coming out of their mouth. Thank you.
You are welcome.
I do not think I would be able to become a Power Ranger. Surely I would be better suited for a role like you.
I was designed to both assist the ranger and become both assist the rangers and in time of great need, potentially become a ranger myself.
Really. And they're just kind of absent mindedly moving over to the watch and like reaching out to take it like they don't believe what Tara's saying and they have to see for themselves.
If your hand passes through the light, it turns purple.
That's that's not one of the colors, is it?
Ooh, you know, rarely, but yes, it has appeared.
Oh. And when they see they can take it, it's just like, well, it's just one more secret. Very well. And they put on the watch.
The watch itself turns purple as well.
You both should know. And they turn to Teddy and Trixie. I I was a piece of technology, part human, part robot, created by Mercer.
Hmm. Uh,
That is so awesome. I didn't know
yeah.
robots could be gay.
Um, Trixie looks a little embarrassed about Teddy and gives Casey a look that basically is just like, I'm so sorry about my friend.
I
Um,
chose to come to the Pride Center because the binary genders did not make sense.
very few,
Yeah.
very few things make sense in human terms, actually, now that I consider it.
Quite.
Anyway, that's besides the point. The point is simply that, well, uh, Trixie like trails off for a sec, like she's trying to process how to take in the information, and then she just says, there are four of us, there are four watches, but there are five stands, which means one is already with someone else or is missing or maybe taken by evil influences. I don't know. But the math does not math. And she turns to Tara and says, um, do you know who might have that fifth one? There's only four of us here.
I'm sorry, I do not. My logs do show that somebody entered the chamber, but I was not awoken because there was no threat.
Why did we get the threats and that one random person didn't? And you start to hear like Teddy recognizes it's a slight hint of a rant starting. And
Because there's
then,
four of us and I noisily broke a lock.
Yeah, Avalon smashed that thing.
I mean, I always knew you were
I also yelled
badass.
before we came in here. The other person might have actually been quiet.
Yeah,
Hmm.
okay, that's fair. Um, okay.
Plus,
Okay, it's fine.
hey, if you're gonna be a Power Ranger, you're gonna have to fight way more goop than that. It's good practice.
Uh,
We got an advantage on that other person
yes, but
because we fought more goop already. Think about
that's
it that way.
gross. I was so sticky and it's like all over my shoe. Ew. Um,
Hmm.
anyway,
Oh wait, that reminds me. We're supposed to have like armor, right?
oh yeah,
Is
I
it
have no
Garcia?
idea. I have no idea which button summons it. I,
Would Avalon have an idea of how to do it? With
Yes. But I'm going to say at this moment, because I'm also trying to watch the time, uh, the alarms in the bunker go off again.
God
Uh,
damn it.
and Tara goes, I'm apologies, Rangers. It seems like I will not be able to teach you. You will have to learn in the field. And on the screen, you can see in the park there is some putties, beevil, and a tiny little snake monster terrorizing people in the park. If you wish,
Uh,
I can teleport you.
Do
wait,
it.
wait,
Do
wait,
it. Just teleport us. Just teleport us.
wait. We don't know how to Power Ranger.
I know how to put it
What
on.
are we
Just stop.
supposed to do?
I know how to put it on.
Well, let's put it on before we get teleported so that
Good
a bunch of
idea.
people don't see us get into the suits.
And then this is the moment where everybody instinctively, despite not being shown how, somehow knows how to transform into a bat. Starting with Avalon, since Avalon does have an idea.
Do I Nox actually know how to do it? Do I just
Is
say
it?
go for it?
Did we just do?
Do
Do
we
you have a
just?
morphing call for us?
Yeah, that's the question. Do
We just
or do I just
automatically
roar?
know.
I think
Roar.
that is up to you because we did not
Well,
discuss a morphing call, but
just, I don't know. I don't know. Here's an idea for a pitch. What about Monster Force activate? I don't know. It
Great.
just sounds really cool.
That works. Monster Force activate.
Yeah.
Slams a button.
Monster Force activate.
I think actually Casey says it and it doesn't work
Oh no!
at first.
Sid?
And then they realize, oh, and their mouth goes a million miles a second as they say Monster Force activate in binary.
Love it.
Oh,
And
is
then
this in native
it
languages? I say in Spanish.
works.
Amazing. Do we go? We get
yeah,
teleported after we morph. Okay.
yeah. Terra teleports you to the park. There's like it's a basketball court, like a half a basketball court.
Oh my god. I love this so much.
And Beevil is yelling at the putreds to find the tunnel. It's around here somewhere. And then you all
Whoa.
still they're looking for an entrance to tunnel, right, to the tunnel, right? When you show up, Beevil goes, no, this can't be. Not Power Rangers. I'm out of here. Drago needs to hear about this. And Beevil teleports out,
Oh my
leaving
god.
leaving the tonsil snake and the three putreds behind for you to fight. I do want to know, starting with Casey, what does Casey look like when in the armor?
um, Thank you for choosing me first for this sacred duty.
You're welcome.
When I can't think anything what Power Rangers armor looks like in my head, but we'll be fine. Um, so there's kind of a wolf-like motif to their helmet, except there is a beak over where where their mouth would be, and they have um, some feather motif along their arms, but it's purple armor, and the off colors are obviously yellow, gray, and white because non-binary color ranger. Come on. Um,
Damn you! That was so cool. I can't be an Ace Ranger. I didn't pick purple.
I'm sorry. Uh, but that's the most that my brain is coming up with now. So
I do know there was talk of potentially having that pauldron thing on the
oh,
shoulder as a or as a shared element, but I didn't know if that was decided.
I am fine with whatever shared elements are described,
Eh,
especially if they're
okay,
shared elements described by Anne. I trust those.
okay.
Yeah,
I
so
have I have an idea. Everybody picks one shared element. I'm not
Ah,
doing it. I'm not doing it alone.
You don't want me to do
Nice
this,
try, Sin.
bestie. You don't want me to do this because I know what I want mine to look like, and it's not like anybody else's.
No, no, no. We pick a shared element each so that we're all involved. I know that I have a certain amount of knowledge, but I'm like, let's make this fun. So go ahead, pick a shared
well
element for us.
then I will say that the gauntlets have uh, an area where, depending on what our future Zords will be, like mine are feathered along the arm, others
Mhm.
might be scaled, but they would all have motifs suggesting what our Zords would be, like on the wrist area.
Oh, cool. Love that.
okay.
Who's next?
So Max, it did sound like you had an idea, like you had an idea of what yours look like.
So the problem is
Do
one
it.
thing. Everyone else picked like dragon kind of stuff, but I can't think of any dragons that aren't like I
Doesn't
love
have to
dragons.
be.
Cool. I wanted to go cryptid for
Yeah,
me.
go
Is
for
that
it.
I
okay?
mean,
I
I
wanted
picked
to
a
go
Raven
chupacabra
Wolfram.
for mine.
Yes, beautiful. Do it. Yes, love it.
Okay, now I gotta think of
Okay.
what the chupacabra looks like.
So what is the shared element of our suits that you want to kind of
It can
add
be as
to?
simple as just like a stripe or something.
I was gonna be really funny and say we all have tails. No, I'm not gonna do that to everybody. Um, I'm going to say that we also kind of have like scale details along the arms that we can like use to slash at things.
Oh, pointy armor. Ah, okay. I have a fun one.
Okay.
Uh, okay, so you know how in Mighty Morphin there's like white kind of accents to all of the suits, like the patterns in front of their suits and their collars and their gloves and stuff. Okay, so we have like our collars and our gloves and our boots. Instead of being white, they are silver, like straight up blinging chrome.
Okay. So like the metallic armors.
Metallic.
Okay. And what does Trixie's armor look like?
Um, Trixie's armor is it's like, it's the form-fitting spandex of a typical Power Ranger, but also has um it's like a bright red, but also has like a crimson scarf. Like like that one Super Sentai team that I posted on the Discord. They all have the scarves. Oh shit. I should put that as a common element. Everyone gets a scarf.
You want the scarf instead of the silver
Yeah, instead
accent?
of yeah, no, everybody just gets a scarf of their color theming. But yeah, hers is
Okay.
a darker red, like crimson scarf. Um, and she also has a skirt, like, cause red, she's a girly Red Ranger, and like, skirts for Rangers, not a bad thing. Okay, they're cool.
Okay. And Teddy, what does your armor look like, and what's your element?
Shared element. I thought it would be kind of cool to have like shoulder spikes. So for Teddy, uh, Teddy, because of his spectrum, actually like gets heavy armor training, which a lot of the other spectrums don't. So I know I want Teddy to have big, bulky, like kind of almost knightly armor. Um, he's a Green Ranger. He's got this like big visor mask that kind of goes back and like swishes back into 2 points. And he's also got some sort of like scale details along his like gauntlets and probably his leg armor. I think he has two those kind of like side saddle pieces of armor at his hips as well, just kind of giving a bulkier appearance. And his armor is inspired by the Jabberwocky.
Amazing.
Nice. Okay.
Do you get a sword? Do you get a sword?
Oh yeah,
Duh.
and he can use power weapons.
Okay.
I mean, we all can, technically.
So true.
We will talk to the 5th member of the team in the future and find out what that last element is.
And I feel like saying, since other people have said what their Zords are, that mine is a Valraven.
Mine
Cool as hell.
is the Bakunawa, which is a sea serpent dragon creature. So it is very fun.
Okay. Now everybody roll initiative.
Oh no, everyone rolls as a snag because Teddy hasn't leveled up yet. No, wait, that's a lie. I roll with a D2. I
I rolled
suck.
an 18 and a 19.
12.
I hate it.
Oh
I
god,
rolled
don't make me go
11.
first.
I rolled a 2 on my d20, but a 6 on my d6.
I don't think
Okay.
you can crit on initiative because there's not like
Okay.
a target number.
That's fine. I just thought it was funny also.
I mean, it's hysterical, and I'm glad I'm not like last.
Okay. So, what did Casey have?
8.
8. Okay. And Avalon, you had an 18.
Yes.
Trixie, what was your number?
11.
Okay. And what was Teddy's number?
12.
Just want to make sure that I have this correct. Cool. Okay, so that means the 3 putrids are in front of the tonsil snake from
God.
from Snizzard. Avalon, you get to go first.
So when we talked during session 0, we said I could use my cane as a weapon.
Correct. You have the unique weapon.
Uh-huh.
Wait,
So what?
does your unique weapon? Oh no, wait, that's a White Ranger thing. Never mind. Hey, does your weapon stay with you when you're not morphed? That's really cool.
Well, it's my cane. I sure hope it does.
No, it just gets yeeted into the power grid, the morphing grid.
Does it morph with you into a weapon, and what does that look like?
I think it just looks like a giant cane.
Okay.
Like she can still use it, but also when she needs to, it kind of extends a bit, and she can
Okay.
have more reach.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's a two-handed melee, or if it's a versatile melee.
What do you want it to be?
I want it to hit people.
Because this is your
Is
character, so
the creature 3 times larger than me?
These ones, no.
Then I
As
want
a
it to
matter of
be a
fact,
two-handed melee.
okay, so then it's a two-handed melee. No,
So,
these ones, the putrids are the same size as you, and the tonsil snake is actually smaller.
oh, great. Okay, in that
Oh,
case,
amazing.
I roll with might, which I have +4. Is this count as a power weapon? Because I put a
Yes,
specialization in that.
yes, it is a
Okay,
power weapon.
cool. What's a specialization do?
Roll your
So,
skill die and then the rest of it lower. So if you have a D4, you also roll a D2.
Oh, okay.
you take the whatever one is the highest of the skill dice, you take the highest roll.
I rolled a
Um,
22.
Okay. So what does it look like when you wield your weapon?
Big Avalon, like, not thinking about it. Her king gets bigger. She's like, oh, oh, and just the same thing she did to the door. She like double hands it, just brings it down on.
did you crit? Did you crit?
No, I didn't. Well, I crit on the D2, not on the
Add the
D4.
D2 doesn't count.
No,
Okay,
Bummer.
so
it was a 19, a 1 on the D4, and a 2 on the D2.
I mean, yeah, I mean that's way over its defense, and putrids, being a minion, don't have a lot of health, so it turns into pinkish purple goo. You've defeated one of them. Do you want so there's one in the middle and then there's two off to the side of that. Do you want, which one do you want?
Which one was closest?
That'd be the one in the middle.
That one then.
Okay. So one is already down. And next in the initiative is the putrids. So how are y'all lined up? Are y'all lined up in like a straight line? Are you staggered? What's
Trixie's
Uh,
probably in front of, like, if they're staggered, she's probably like, confidently in um front of people, just like, I'm ready.
okay?
Yeah, so
I imagined in as disorderly a fashion as possible, because that
Okay.
seems apropos.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
So
see Avalon's on the other side, like, y'all are doing great. No, I'm
in which case, uh, one of the putrids is going to attack Trixie first.
hey,
It's going
bring it.
to try to punch you. Oh
Uh-huh.
shoot! I built them in a specific way, and you eliminated one already. So okay, that's a good roll. What's your which toughness or evasion? What are you using, and what's the score?
I am going to use my evasion of 14.
Okay,
Looking great. That
so
is
it
fine.
rolled an 18, so it
Okay.
hits you for 1 damage.
Okay. Ow. Not fun.
And then because Avalon already took one out, the other one is going to step up and try to kick Avalon.
Uh,
What are you going to use? Toughness or evasion?
I don't know how to calculate those.
it's plus 10 of
Uh,
it's um speed plus
tough.
10. Yeah. Toughness is strength plus 10.
Oh yeah, I'm a
And
body that shit. I have a 17 for toughness because I put everything at this grade.
Okay, what does it look like? They rolled the 16. So what does it look like when you body when you like, do you block it? How, what does this look like?
I think she just like takes, like she just takes it,
Okay.
if that's possible. Like I think she doesn't even do anything.
And
She
just
just
kind
like,
of bounces, like it tries to kick you and it bounces off of you. Okay.
yeah. Like,
All
or
right.
actually, wait, can I say it's like if you've seen Black Panther, when she's like, no, kick the suit again.
Okay.
And I say that's what
Amazing.
happens.
Okay. Teddy, it's your turn.
Ooh, okay. I would like to hit one of the putrids very hard with my sword.
Okay, that is
Mhm.
totally possible. Roll your
Yeah,
might.
yeah, I will. Let's see. Great. Beautiful. So I rolled a 17 plus a 6 on my d6.
It's another
Okay.
crit. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Holy
You
crap, 23
slice.
total.
Do you slice through a putrid? Do you want the left or the right
Yeah,
one?
very. Probably the left one. Yeah, I think so Teddy practices judo, and in like judo kai, you like do use a wooden sword a lot of the time called a bokken. It's a very like straight, hard slicing motion. So he probably just like cuts right through the middle of that
Okay.
thing.
Okay. Trixie, it is your turn.
Um, Trixie, kind of instinctively, like, uh, just summons a weapon in her hand, and it is a sorry, I just have to look up where I put it in my notes. What is this? Sorry, I am looking for something very specific. Um, why doesn't that help me? She has a she so when she summons her weapon, a uh bow staff appears, but it's not just a regular bow staff. It has bladed ends, and she will use her staff and try to take out the other putrid. Just like,
Okay.
I gotta get it this time. And she looks at Teddy before taking a swing at this guy. Oh no. Uh-oh. That's not good. I have a question, Sophia.
Yeah.
Can I use a story point to re-roll my natural one?
Yes, that is what they are for. You have plenty of story points, so yes, roll it.
There are other uses for them, but
Well,
this is
yeah,
the
this is
important
one of
one.
them. This is one of them. Yes.
I rolled a uh, I rolled a 13
Oh, just
against the
enough.
defense.
Just
With both hands, it's just a standard one, like blunt damage, but it's just like, ugh, why are
yeah,
you why are you
and
so gross? Ugh.
and it explodes into the pinkish purple glue, leaving
Uh
only the tonsil snake.
ew.
Yeah,
I'm
that's my
gonna
girl.
I'm gonna look at um Casey and I'm gonna say, look, I know we're not like really close friends or anything, but you know what? I believe in you. I am going to use a free action to uh, grant Casey an upshift on their next roll using
Okay.
one of my quips and speeches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
So
to grab my other dice because I wasn't ready to get upshifted.
uh, okay, and
Um.
it is your turn, Casey. When
Okay, so
when
Casey
Trixie's
is
done.
uh, going to move. There's a space in their armor in the right arm where a panel can lift and come out, and a uh, bladed whip comes from their arm and comes out for them to utilize. Uh, they fight with the chain whip.
That's so cool.
Okay.
Sick
Um.
as hell.
So the energy 2 means I can hit for 2 energy damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you, yeah, it would be 2
What
energy.
happens if you do the well, I am assuming that a 27 hits.
Yes.
What did you roll on
So
your skill die?
My D8, I rolled an 8.
okay,
That
so
is
that is a crit. Yeah, you
that
do
is
2 energy
definitely a
damage.
crit.
So the way uh damage types work is that it only really matters if something is resistant to something. So like if you're resistant to poison, then it comes into play. I was
Dif-
reading the book earlier today. So,
Different
Ah,
damage types do different things too. Like electric does stun damage and really
yeah,
funky
the
stuff.
the biggest the biggest thing is that it's if you're resistant to it is when it comes into play. But the tonsil snake isn't resistant and isn't super strong on its own. So you what does it look like when you defeat it?
uh, the chain whip would wrap around it and then kind of make an energy burst, like just obliterating it.
Amazing.
And then I assume you do your little pose after you win and then teleport back to HQ.
I think it's very important for my character if they slip in the putrid ooze the first time they go to do the victory pose.
Okay. Okay.
Amazing.
Um
Mm.
so didn't quite time it well enough. So you uh we should probably end there. I would have liked to do a little character stuff, but looking at the time, we should probably end it there. I'd like to do. I usually try to end with a little bit of like, oh, everybody can like do a little quick conversation, but we are really close to the time, so I hope that was a good first adventure for
That
everyone.
was so fun.
It was so fun.
Uh,
We're
yeah, I guess
outro.
we do outros, starting with our GM who is dying a little. You okay, Sophia?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm still just getting like the junk from being sick out of my lungs, so it's fine.
Aw.
Okay, please don't die. I love you.
All right. So reverse order. So I guess we're starting with me then.
Yes, we are.
Uh, Hi everyone. I'm Sophia, also known as Nerdy Teddy. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky as Nerdy Teddy. And mostly you can find me working with Nerds with Dice, where I'm one of the chancellors and CEO. We got a lot of great stuff coming. Uh, there's currently a casting call out for Night, so go check that out over there. And I'm sometimes in on appearing on the channel for Marvel game for Would Be Heroes. Um, More Power Rangers appearances in the future, and that's about it.
It's Knox's turn.
So Knox's turn. Dr. Pepper's more important than outro.
You can't interrupt a woman in the middle of her pepper.
Hi, I'm Nox. I'm here. My name is Nox Kidos. I was Avalon. And yeah, that's me. Oh yeah, what we were doing. The week we have this again, that Monday, the 19th, I'm going to be on my friend Kat, the Lore Mistress's channel. We're going to make a rom com together in a TTRPG game. I forgot what it was called. You should go check that out. We're going to be cute. It's great.
Love is on the cards.
How do you know? I did it. I love that Anne knows things when I don't. That's what friendship's for. Love is on the cards, apparently. Thank you, and my one brain cell. That Tuesday, I'll be on Pluto Cleric's channel playing Eliana the Hex in a Monster of the Week game called Death Was Easy. And on Twitter, you can find me at nocturnal_7, suffering from just having to wait a month for the next episode of Queen's Gate Chronicles because Sin decided that it was going to be a once a month campaign. Curse you, Synthetic. And speaking of them, it's their fault. Go to them.
Hi, I'm Synthetic. You can call me Sin, or you can call me a series of expletives if you're Nox. Uh, I am followable on Synthetic20 on Blue Sky, Asynthetic20 on Twitter, or if you want to follow the channel where I am doing Queensgate Chronicles with friends like Nox, that is Queensgate Chronicles, QG Chronicles on Twitter or Blue Sky. And I'm busy. On Friday, I have Apocalypse Keys, where I am playing Death, or want to be Death again after having my throne taken, and it's really making me angry. On the 11th, I'm probably going to become an avatar in City of Mist, Fragments of Tomorrow's Apocalypse. So tune in for that over on Singularity Roleplay. Nerds with Dice is where the Apocalypse Keys is because I know how to do outros. And then I will be playing Big Strong Girl on Gay Camp over on Singularity Roleplay Camp Runners Cross. Uh, and then on the 16th, I'm going to be playing Girl by Moonlight over on Lost Caravan RPG, and that I am actually running. Speaking of games I'm running, I also will be running Championship Wrestling Memphis on the 19th of February. All those games, and that's over on High Shelf Collective, all of those games are before we meet again for this game on the 21st. I am busy this month.
And
Yeah,
Moving on.
don't
that's
let Sin
right.
forget that they're also a chancellor for Nerds with Dice.
Yeah.
I am. This is a fact about me.
Also, I want to point out Sin was all like, I get to throw to Nox during the intro, and I get to make her mess up the minute I threw to you for outro. So
Hey,
I will
look,
get my revenge.
turnabout's fair play.
Hey,
And now
there's
it's
there's a lot to say when I appear on a new channel. This is the first time for me, which, by the way, Anne, thank you for having me.
Yeah, me too. Oh boy.
And
uh
moving to, I think, Skylar next.
it's Skylar's
Yes,
turn.
it's my turn. Hi, I am Skylar K. Swift. I have been Teddy, your bro, Teddy Powers. You can find me on Twitter at HRT_beats. You can find my games, Godling, Cabinet of Curiosities, and Electric Sheep on itch.io, Skylar K. Swift. I also have my first published adventure coming out this year with Daylight Forge. So that's very exciting. Keep an eye out for that. It's some undersea fantasy salvage stuff. If that sounds fun to you, it was fun for me to write. And you can also find me eventually back with Nerds and with Dice doing masks. That's months in the future. I'm also doing my first solo stream with them in April, playing my game, Electric Sheep. So thank you so much for having me, Anne. Lovely to start with Bardic Inspiration.
Absolutely. Okay. Brain outro. Hi, I'm Anne. I run this channel. I was playing Trixie, who is a lot. Um, let's be real. She's just me. She's totally a self insert. Um, it's been really great to have a campaign for my very first Essence 20 Power Rangers character that I only got to play for 3 sessions, and giving her a proper home, and uh giving her a second chance at life. And I always say this when I bring people in, new tables on this channel, like this is just the first time. Okay. Um, y'all are gonna be stuck with me as I come up with new things to do on this channel. You're in it for life now. Until you decide to walk away, of course. Not actually gonna hold you against your will. But as far as I
I've
am
been here for 2
concerned,
years.
look, you were a casual visitor until now. Now you're in a whole ass campaign. Um, uh, right. As for me, um, big announcements coming up for the channel. Um, Next week is D&D week. We've got Swords of Byrodin on Monday and Shadows of the Lost on Wednesday. Uh, yeah. Uh, Coming up this week, we're doing something a little bit special because we've been having scheduling issues, but we are going to have some D&D on a non-D&D week, making a little bit of an exception this week. I will be running tech for I know I know the name of this game, the Absolute Defiance, which is based off of Baldur's Gate 3 and that weird cult called the Absolute. Um, so that is a mini series that just kept getting postponed, and we kind of took their time slots. So I decided to make it up to them by letting them play D&D on a D&D week. So that is Friday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern. Um, and yeah, I cannot wait. There's a bunch of other stuff coming up. Um, what is the next big thing? There will be another Power Rangers campaign on this channel starting up in March. So stay tuned for that. I will be GMing, and if you've seen that, if you've seen me GM Power Rangers, it's gonna be a great time. Um, as far as a raid is concerned, let me check really quickly who we got. Okay, let me see who we got. Got some real fun options, actually. Okay, let's see. You know what? I am going to send us over to. Wait, is that today? No, it's not. Okay, unfortunate. Okay, I am gonna send us to. Um, wow. Okay. Actually, you know what? I am feeling some Vampire the Masquerade tonight, so I'm gonna send us over to Coffee Cat Presents. Um, They're doing their 26th session of their Blood and Iron Chronicles, so we are going to check them out. Remember that there are people on the other side of the screen telling a really rad story. Make sure you give them the same love that you've given us. Stick around for the raid, and we will see you on the next adventure. Good night. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There's the end.